quickly talk about Google Jamboard and how I use that when I teach math remotely. So, really easy way. I know that like Zoom has like a whiteboard, and I haven't really used that much, but I like using Jamboard. Jamboard is what I've used to teach my students throughout the last school year. If you look through here, yeah, they've made some flags and designs, but really all these untitled jams are my math lessons. I would use them in use the projector in my classroom, and I would use AirPlay on the iPad, and basically just use the iPad, AirPlay to the projector. Basically, what I would do. So most of my lessons from the year are pretty much right here on Jamboard. There is a collaborative part of Jamboard. It is basically like a Google Doc that you can write on. That's why I love it for math. So if I was going to start a lesson, or maybe even just for the week, if I know I'm going to use this one page, I'm just going to add, if I'm on Zoom, the way I want to do it, like here's one that I've used. It's called Live Zoom Math. And I used this one a little bit in like April. If you have Live Zoom Math open, and you can obviously name it whatever you want, but that's just the one that I was using. I have like a problem here. I think I just erased a lot of stuff. And then if I also on here open it up to Live Zoom Math, the key to this, of course, is make sure that you have Zoom on your iPad and your computer. Did I say Zoom? I mean Jamboard. Make sure you have Jamboard on both. Jamboard.google.com, and then get the Jamboard app. And you have them both, and make sure you're signed in with both. I have my school account here, and this is also logged into my school account. That way I can be on the same one. So this one's called Live Zoom Math. Now I can go, I'm on slide 1 and slide 1 here. If I go to slide 2, I'm still on slide 1. So you do need to remember to go to the same slide. That is one thing. A lot of people think it should automatically switch, but no. You'll see why in a little bit. So you have this written out. Here's my work. But what's cool is like maybe if I want to change this or do another one, 9 times 4/5. I write it, and then there it is on the screen. So when you use this with Zoom, you are using your screen share so they can see this, but you're writing on this. And you can bring this wherever. You can be in a different part of your house or classroom. Obviously, you want to be kind of close to the screen so the students can see you. So that's the main thing. That's really it. I mean, that just being able to connect. There's what I do notice is there's like a second delay. Like I just wrote the equal sign, and now you see the equal sign. But that doesn't bother me that much. It's like no more than a second. Now, another thing with Zoom, I'm going to show you so how I would actually set this up. Let's go back. I just like the ease, and get an Apple Pencil if you don't have one, or some kind of stylus. If you go to let's set up a new one. A new Jamboard, I'm going to call it Unit 1 Zoom Math. Okay. And now I'm going back on here, and I'm waiting. It just popped up. You can kind of see it at the top. I know it's a smaller screen, but make that screen a little bigger. There it is. Up here, Unit 1 Zoom Math. I click on it. So now I'm all set. So if I want to do a very easy problem like 5 times 7 equals 35, I'm writing it here. There it is showing up on the screen for my students. What I want to show you about this, let's say we are just reviewing multiplication. And 6 times 8 equals 48, something simple like this. The cool thing about Jamboard that I wanted to share, that a lot of you probably already know, you can go up to 20 slides. So if I go, what I can do is I can say, all right, Johnny. Well, maybe I would just write it out. I would just write down their names. Johnny, 2. Sue, 3. Bob, 4. Jill, 5. And so on. What I'm doing is I'm giving them a slide number. So that way they shouldn't fight about it. Johnny knows he can go and open up, or slide, or they call them frames. He can go to slide 2, and you can maybe have him, work on some separate problems. Show us what you can do with multiplication, or whatever kind of problem you're working on with your students. You can have them have their own spot to show their work. And then what you can do while they're working, you have them all working on their different slides or frames. You can showcase one on your live Zoom up here, or you can go to your iPad and you can, maybe help them out here while they're working if you want to. And then it would show that one's on slide 3. They would be able to see that, like, you're the person, putting a smiley face, because you can kind of see that little image of me. It's kind of small, but that's just kind of the basics with Jamboard and using it during a Zoom. And like I said, I like to do this during math, but there's other ways you can use it as well. Just a tool that I found pretty easy for teaching math during remote learning. Thanks for watching.